James was recruited by Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid. He spoke to both of them. Jaylen Brown actually spoke to his agent, Rich Paul, during the process.
The curse is over in Philly. The process is actually processing. Now you get LeBron James. Now you're looking like a legit title contender with the addition of Jaylen Brown.
August 12, 2020, Disney World, the bubble. The Thunder are down 22 in the fourth quarter of a game that means absolutely nothing against a Miami Heat team that's already locked in its seat. It's garbage time. The gym is empty, and with 35 seconds left, a backup center named Mike Muscala checks in and hits 2 threes. These are his only points of the entire night, and the Oklahoma City Thunder win by 1 point. At the time, nobody really cared, except those 2 shots quietly knocked a protected draft pick from number 20 down to number 21. At number 20, Oklahoma City keeps it. At 21, it goes to Philadelphia, and with that accident of a pick, the Sixers drafted a skinny guard out of Kentucky named Tyrese Maxey.
That's how they got Tyrese Maxey? That's insane. Like, the NBA be having the craziest draft stories if you really dig deep into it. Honestly, the NFL is not as wild as this because there's not as many picks. Like, the NBA is just, it's only, what, 11, 15 people on the team, and the NFL is like 60. It's crazy how that happens.
6 years later, LeBron James looked at the team built on top of that accident and decided, this is where I want to finish my career. And the deeper you dig into this signing, the crazier it gets. Because for the first time in 23 years, serious basketball people are calling LeBron James the 4th option on his own team. And they might be right. There's so many funny threads that come as a result of this signing. Like, for instance, LeBron James left his son's team so he could team up with the man that insulted his son 2 summer leagues ago. So we have a lot to talk about because the Philadelphia 76ers already made a signing to make themselves even stronger. They're thinking of bringing back one of their franchise cornerstones. I'm going to break down everything that the Sixers are doing as a result of the LeBron James signing, in addition to what What's going on, everybody? Let me give you a brief recap in case you've been living under a rock. The last 3 weeks have been ridiculous. On July 1st, the Sixers trade Paul George 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks to Boston for Jaylen Brown, a Finals MVP, a 5-time All-Star.
Honestly, really, in this trade, I feel like Jason Tatum is more to blame for this trade than anybody else, because if Jason Tatum said, hell no, that's not happening, they wouldn't have traded him. I feel like Jaylen Brown was getting all the shine, and Jason Tatum didn't like that. Jason Tatum especially didn't like that he didn't get Finals MVP, he didn't get Eastern Conference Finals, you know what I'm saying? It's hurting. It's a pain for him. Then when he got hurt, Jaylen Brown still led the team to the playoffs. Top seed, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, it's really, I don't know, man. The NBA shit, people getting their feelings. And like in the NFL, they getting their feelings, but people deal with it. NBA, they getting their feelings, they getting traded.
And on July 24th, LeBron James announces that he's leaving the Los Angeles Lakers and his son for the Philadelphia 76ers on a 2-year, $8 million deal. And he calls this his last decision. And within 24 hours of that, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, LeBron's old championship teammate, agrees to a buyout with the Memphis Grizzlies just to join him. 3 moves, 1 month. A super team was built out of thin air. And it got so much messier from here. Let's go back to 2016. The Philadelphia 76ers agreed to a trade with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they get back a future top 20 protected first-round pick. For 4 years, that pick just sits there. Heading into the final stretch of the 2020 bubble, it's projected to land at exactly number 20, meaning Oklahoma City keeps it and Philly settles for scraps. Then Mike Muscala happens. The pick falls to 21. It conveys, and the Sixers take a guard their own front office had ranked 10th on their board. Even the steal was luck. That guard became the most improved player of the year, an all-star, and a $204 million max player. And last season, he finished 4th in the entire NBA in scoring at 29 points per game. That's Tyrese Maxey, foundation piece number 1, pure dumb luck. But then you fast forward to this past February. The Philadelphia 76ers trade Jared McCain to the Oklahoma City Thunder at the trade deadline for a Rockets first rounder and 3 second-round picks. And the entire internet torches them for it, especially after Daryl Morey stood up and said this.
So I'm quite confident we were selling high. Obviously time will tell, but we thought this return was above, for the future value for our franchise, what we could get.
McCain immediately turns into a legitimate playoff piece in Oklahoma City. The trade becomes a punchline. Daryl Morey ends up getting fired, and the pick they got back
he had to get fired for that shit, though. He had to get fired for pushing James Harden away. He had to get fired for that trade that pretty much just boosted Oklahoma City for the foreseeable future. Dumb as hell. He had to get fired for a lot of things. Daryl Morey, I don't understand, like, even in the NFL, MLB, all these other sports, white mediocrity always gets rewarded. It always does. If you want an example of that, look at Chip Kelly.
At number 22. And it gets even better. The new president of basketball operations, you know, the man who traded for Jaylen Brown and closed the LeBron deal, is Mike Gansey. In 2001, Gansey finished runner-up for Ohio's Mr. Basketball Award. You want to know who beat him? A sophomore named LeBron James. The guy who lost to LeBron in high school just handed LeBron his final team 25 years later. Then there's the Paul George contract, the 4-year, $212 million deal that gave Philadelphia fans nightmares. The one where he played 79 games in 2 seasons and ate a 25-game suspension for violating the league's anti-drug policy. That exact contract became the salary match that brought back Jaylen Brown. The biggest mistake this front office ever made turned into the delivery vehicle for a finals MVP. It's kind of crazy all the things that had to work out for this team to come together. 6 years, 1 lucky bounce, 1 roasted trade, 1 executive getting fired, 1 disaster contract. The Philadelphia 76ers are literally the definition of failing upward. So that's the origin story, and here's what it produced. The projected starting 5 is Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Jaylen Brown, LeBron James, and Joel Embiid, a group with 36 All-Star selections and 5 MVP awards between them. 5 Finals MVP.
But the only thing that can ruin his team is ego. I feel like LeBron has to come in there, and I think that's what he's admitting when he takes a price cut. Like, yeah, I'm coming in there, I'm taking the pay cut. Like, I'm cool with being the 3rd, 4th option. Like, I ain't worried about nothing. I can mentor y'all up a little bit. Y'all saying give y'all some wisdom, give us that push, and we can win it. I feel like, of course, Max needs to be the 1. I feel like Embiid needs to be the 2. As far as like scoring options, that's what I'm looking at. It's scoring options at least. No, sorry, I take it back. Jaylen Brown needs to be the 1. Maxey needs to be the 1, and then Jaylen Brown the 2. Because if Maxey can be the first scoring option, they can double team him or try to lock him up. Jaylen Brown is going to take off. He'll be wide open. Then it leaves Embiid at 3. LeBron at the 4, and Edgecombe my 5th defender. Edgecombe, not my 5th defender, my 5th scorer. If VJ Edgecombe, in the worst case scenario, is my worst scorer, or like the scorer that like, I here do something with it, that's good money. And he's gonna take another leap.
Trophies too, if you're counting LeBron's 4 and Jaylen Brown's 1. Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown finished 4th and 5th in the NBA in scoring last season, back-to-back on the same list. And one team now employs both of them, and they all play different positions, which is the part that analysts are paying attention to the most. There's no positional logjam anywhere in that starting 5. The money side is even more absurd. LeBron James made $52.6 million with the Lakers last season. In Philly, he'll make about $4 million a year. That's a 92% pay cut by choice, which makes the most accomplished player alive arguably the single biggest bargain in professional sports. The bench got significantly better too. Anthony Simons came in on a 2-year, $12.3 million deal to be the shooting off the bench. Dean Wade, 4 years and $39 million straight out of Cleveland's rotation. Ariel Hukporti backs up the middle. Philon's the rookie. And then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, a man that had $21.6 million guaranteed in Memphis, agreeing to a buyout to take a 1-year, $3.9 million deal in Philly. That number purely...
I didn't know their bench got that good too. It's over. It's over. It's over. I'm telling you, just pack it up right now. They are winning the finals, at least they're winning the Eastern Conference. Because I really am not a personal believer in Giannis and Bam in the Heat. I'm just not a personal believer that Tyrese Halliburton's getting his first, like he's coming back. I'm not a believer in that in the Pacers. The Knicks can do it. I feel like the Knicks are definitely going to be the biggest issue. But I just do not see the Knicks getting over a Embiid that's moderately healthy. Brown, Maxey, LeBron, and Edgecombe. I can't see a world where that happens. I cannot see a world where that shit happens. So I think that's theirs for the taking. And in the West, I think Steph Curry's cooked. It's over with. The Lakers are cooked. They got no defense for real. I think it's really gonna be a Spurs, Thunder, or Timberwolves. I'm really shooting for the Timberwolves. I'm being honest with you.
To chase another ring with the guy he won the 2020 bubble title next to. Put a number on the hype. When the Jaylen Brown trade landed, the Sixers championship odds jumped from 60-1 all the way to 22-1, and that was before LeBron James. On paper, the East runs through Philadelphia. The problem is that the paper doesn't play in May, and there are exactly 3 reasons half the league is still betting against this team, and the first reason is LeBron James himself. So
Why
let's
you
get
say
to the
that?
question that
Why
nobody
you say
can
that?
stop asking.
Why you say
What
that
is
I'm not good?
LeBron James on this team? Danny
He's a
Green,
fourth option.
3 championships, played in this city, looked at this roster and ranked it out loud. Listen to where LeBron James lands.
You getting a championship as the third or fourth option, that is not going to be like, oh, you're the GOAT now. Like Tyrese Maxey and Jaylen Brown are the best players on that team. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then it's LeBron James. So you think him winning a championship as a fourth option makes his legacy more solidified?
Yes, because this nigga is 40, 45 damn near years old, hooping his ass off. You're a fourth option, third. It's not like you're just a role player. Like you're LeBron James. I can still do whatever. I'm still playing defense. I'm still rebounding. I'm still putting in boards, still putting in buckets. Like what the fuck? Yes. Yes, you're still gonna get respect for that. What was Michael Jordan doing on the Wizards, wasting his day? At this time, he was retired, but even before that, he was on the Wizards, wasting his damn time, wasting his life away, gambling, doing all types of crazy shit. Then LeBron James is to go. I'm from Chicago. I'm gonna be for real. Like LeBron James is to go. He's doing this shit. If he wins a ring right now, we're doing this shit. He is the go. He's on some. If Tom Brady is that, then he's that.
As the GOAT, like it is what it is at this point.
The fourth option, the man with more points than any human who has ever played this game, penciled in behind 3 of his own teammates. 2 years ago, that sentence gets you laughed off of a podcast, but today, if you run the honest numbers, LeBron James averaged 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds last season.
And that's perfect. That's all they need. If LeBron goes to the next season and he puts up this same identical stat line, this nigga is scoring like, bro, he's the GOAT. Undeniably. Undeniably. It's not even an argument no more. If he goes in and wins a ring and puts up these numbers and goes off in the playoffs, he's undeniably the GOAT. You cannot argue that shit. I will argue with anybody in the comments about this shit. He will arguably be the GOAT. Not arguably, without argument, be the GOAT.